Welcome! This is my Anycubic Cobra Neo 3D printer and today I will show you how to get it from the box to the first print. So let's begin. As we open the box we can see that everything is neatly packed and well protected with foam. It contains the frame, some filament, power cord, display screen, filament holder, print head, base, user manual, some hardware, tools, SD card reader and even 2.4mm nozzles. The initial step is to attach the frame into the designated slots on the bed. Once in place, we will need to turn the assembly over, exposing the underside. Using the provided hex key, we will locate the two screws on each side of the frame and proceed to tie them securely. We then locate the printhead assembly and position it at the designated mounted point on the frame. Once correctly positioned, we can proceed to secure it using the 4 screws provided. After that, we grab the 2.4-inch LCD screen, fix it using 2 screws, and insert the flat cable, making sure it is aligned correctly and fully inserted into the connector. Now we position the filament holder, tighten it in place using 2 screws, and fix the horizontal shaft with its plastic nut. Next, we install the cable holder for the print head and connect the properly labeled cables to the X motor. As we are there, let's connect and fix in place the X-axis limit switch without forgetting its screw. Before doing anything else, go behind the printer and select your voltage. In my case, 230 volts. After that, you can plug the printer to mains voltage, turn it on and wait a few seconds to boot up. We can now do a very important step, the auto leveling. For that, we go to the LCD screen, select Menu, Leveling, and finally Auto Leveling. During this process, the Anycubic's Automatic Bed Leveling or ABL takes advantage of the inductive probe to automatically take measurements of the bed surface in a grid of 5x5. As a result, this will later adjust the movement of the nozzle to follow the tilt or contours of the bed, allowing us to obtain good prints and good bed adhesion without too much hassle. The following step is to load some filament. For that, we go back to the main screen, select Menu, Prepare, Load Filament, and finally Continue. As a result, we need to wait a few minutes until the nozzle is heated up to 230 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, we can put some filament in the holder and insert it into the print head. Once the nozzle is hot enough, the printer will automatically load the filament and eventually we will see some filament flowing out. And we can stop the process by pushing the screen's knob. After that, we insert the provided SD card and a blue notification will appear in the screen confirming this. Then we select Menu, print from the SD card and then finally select the G-code file stored as a print. The printer will first heat up the nozzle and the bed to finally start printing. Most certainly, you will see that the first layer is too high and does not stick to the bed. To solve this issue, we must select the set offset parameter present in the main screen. Once in there, we should turn the knob counterclockwise so that we can lower the nozzle height until the first layer properly sticks to the bed. When adjusting this parameter, it is crucial to proceed with caution and take it slow by making small adjustments while checking the filament's adhesion to the bed. Going too far down too quickly can lead to the nozzle crashing into the bed, causing potential damage. By using this test print, I will show you how to detect different problems with our first layers. In this section, the nozzle is too high and the distance between the nozzle and the print bed is too large. This is shown by poor adhesion, filament not squished, and visible gaps between the filament lines. Here I lower the nozzle height and we can see proper bed adhesion with uniform extrusion without gaps and resulting in a smooth and continuous flow of filament onto the bed. Finally, here we can see that the nozzle height was too low and there is excessive filament squishing and smearing. Please be careful and remember that if we keep lowering the nozzle, it could eventually affect the filament flow as shown in this video. And in the worst case scenario, the nozzle might start scratching your PEI bed surface, causing damage into both elements. So that's all. We can now start printing. In my case, the first print was a pretty big industrial lampshade that came out amazing. As you can see, this print included some pretty long bridges that were printed flawlessly even though they were 6 cm long. I have also been doing several tests on the printer and the results are pretty surprising. For example, the dimensions of a 20mm cube were almost perfect. The width of the filament extruded was the same as the defined in the slicer, and I also got perfect 0.2 mm first layers. But all these tests will be part of a future video. Finally, I will share my conclusions. The printer is really easy to assemble, even for beginners, although it may take you more than 10 minutes as advertised in their website. Depending your level of expertise, it could be around 10 minutes to an hour. The included inductive probe and the automatic leveling system make it easy to level your printer's bed. This can be simply done by just using the printer's interface. Please be aware that after every AVL, you still need to fine-tune the first layer by manually setting the proper set offset. Luckily, this can be done by just twisting a knob. As a final thought, I consider this printer to be a good choice for people who have never owned one before. It is easy to assemble and it comes with a direct extruder, an inductive probe, and a PEI magnetic bed which let you get amazing prints almost immediately. I hope you found the information helpful and informative. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, I would appreciate your support. Please consider giving this video a like, leaving a comment, sharing it with others who might find it interesting, and don't forget to subscribe for more engaging videos about this printer. Thank you and goodbye.